So good afternoon to one and all present here. Meaning of noon is not just only middle of the day, but it is harder time to do anything in our life. So across this noon happily, good afternoon to all my faculty members and my dear students. On behalf of Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology, I am Dr. Francis Luther King, Associate Professor from Mechanical Engineering Department and Institution Innovation Council Vice President. It is my immense pleasure to welcome you all to this online mode one-day workshop on entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity, organized by Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Startup Center in association with Institution Innovation Council, Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology, Andhra Pradesh. I'm very much happy to invite our College Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Startup Center Coordinator, Dr. Robert Singh, Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, and Co-Coordinator, Dr. Bob Murugan, and IIC key and other members of Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology. I'm very much delightful to welcome our today's special invitee resource person for this workshop, Mr. Sarath Mutiala, Associate Faculty Member at National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME, Hyderabad, Telangana. His area of expertise, startup consulting, digital media, marketing strategy, early stage ventures, and entrepreneurship development. On behalf of Swarnandhra College of Engineering, we welcome you, sir, for this today workshop. My pleasant welcome to all the faculty of Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology and my hearty welcome to all my dear students of Swarnandhra Group of Colleges. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Sarath sir, you can share your presentation.
So am I visible and audible? Hello? Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're visible and audible.
Right. So rather than just it is a topic of entrepreneurship innovation as a career opportunity, would like to interact with the participants and give you the insights of what actually happening across the segments of innovations. What is in incubation centers across the country it's happening, across the globe it's happening. What is the thrust areas being a part of an engineering ecosystem, how you can actually take the leverage. So we'll be discussing that today. So before I actually start, would like to have few more people also to switch on your these videos. If it's okay for you, you can switch on your videos, not the audio. You can switch on your video so that we can have a live interaction and I can also understand how serious you are about the session.
Dear participants, you can switch on your video.
Yeah. So I hope all the branches are coming here. Electrical, mechanical, civil, ECE.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, sir, how many faculty also there, sir? May I know that from other departments?
I think still now around 10 faculties have joined, sir.
10 faculty have joined. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. So, may I know which from which department they are? Because I wanted to make this particular session so live so that you can actually take some points out of it. It's not just the giving of side readings and the bullet points and all, but it's actually, we need to know what's exactly happening across the globe and how as a student or as a faculty can take the part in this kind of global ecosystem, especially in the innovation part. May I know from which departments have joined the program?
Mechanical, sir.
Hello.
Faculties, you can unmute and you can tell your department names.
Mechanical, sir.
Mechanical. Okay, sir. Right. MCA. So I'm asking the faculty. Only mechanical department faculty have joined, or any other faculty also? Okay, so I don't have much time.
Morning, sir. Sir.
From MBA department, sir.
Myself, Suresh.
Suresh garu, namaskaram.
Namaste, sir. Bonara.
I'm doing good. So happy to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very good. Actually, the physical meeting we would have met physically.
Okay.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Thank you so much. So now let's have a discussion these things. I will make you to pass through. If you're having any queries, you take just raise your hand, or you can put in the chat so that I can give you the insights, or I will clarify your doubts. Okay. From MBA department. Great.
Sir, good evening, sir. I am faculty in mechatronics department, sir.
Mechatronics. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. So now, let me introduce myself. I am Sharath Mutiala, Associate Faculty Member from National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, an organization of Ministry of MSME, Government of India. We actually deal with innovations, startups, digital brandings, intellectual property facilitations, GST, exports and imports, and what kind of knowledge is required for the MSMEs to actually understand and start their enterprise, grow their enterprise, and scale their enterprise. So we are supporting them in the multiple ways. So now, today, we are here to understand the kind of opportunities are there across the globe when your thoughts are innovative. So now I'm connecting because, and I should proudly say, I'm also I'm faculty alumni of Swarnandhra, and Suresh Garu is my colleague. So by that time, Suresh sir. So I have a understanding about the Swarnandhra, how that functions and all. Now the entire things are actually by changing with apart from job market. We'll discuss that how actually you can take part of this. So now any one of you can tell me what is an MSME, what's happening across MSME. If you would like to start an MSME, can you tell what is micro, small, and medium enterprise? Well, so we all know what are the topmost software companies that are actually giving the opportunities to the students to join their software company. You might be the electrical, mechanical, civil, or ECE. You are being placed in a big reputed software company. It's not only with any one college or two colleges, across the colleges it is happening. But end of the day, I'm telling you one thing, there are two parts we need to understand. One is the manufacturing and second is the service sector. Listen carefully. If you are having any query, just please let me know in the chat, or in the you can raise your hand and you can unmute. We'll have a discussion. This could help you actually to gain some knowledge to penetrate into the market. So there are two types of industries in the market. One is the manufacturing industry and second one is the service sector. What is a manufacturing industry? By taking some sort of raw materials and you have a design in your mind and you are making that design. And what is the purpose of that particular design is to function. And you are making that as a tool, right? And what is the service sector? You are not actually using, or you are not actually rendering all the kind of products what you are doing. You are giving the service. Like a very simple example, we need to take the car wash service, or the bike service center comes under the service sector because you are not giving anything. You are just cleaning and giving the service to them. Okay. But if you are manufacturing some parts into that bike servicing center and all, that comes under the manufacturing center. So here we are mostly focusing on the IT industry comes under the service sector. We are actually building the software products that actually has to facilitate the manufacturing sector. I hope you are understand. Any IT product you are manufacturing or you are working has to support an manufacturing industry at a large. I think you are all aware of Cisco, right? You are all aware of Cisco. You can put in the chat, yes or no. You are all aware of Amazon, Flipkart. Yes. So, can you also let me know? Do you know what is intralogistics? How many of you heard the word intralogistics? Any one of you? If yes, put yes. If no, you put no. No issues. So that I will understand, I will move forward. Intralogistics. No. Yeah. Intralogistics is nothing but we know what that is, but we are actually don't know that technical term. That's it. Intralogistics is nothing but you have the warehouses. Very simple example I'm giving. We have the warehouses. Like when you are putting an order to the Amazon or Flipkart, so you are getting the product delivered in 2 to 3 days. From where it is giving, Amazon is having the warehouses across the country or across the globe, we can say. So that FBA center is holding all these things. Okay, you are having racks, warehouses. I think you know the word warehouse. So warehouse is place where we are storing all the objects or all the goods. Okay. If you are going to the supermarket, so we can take a large scale of supermarket is a sort of how a warehouse can be seen as. Here, sale, you are getting many products. You are like lakhs and lakhs of people are ordering crores and crores of products, but everyone is getting to their particular address in 2 to 3 days at to the right address and the right place. And if something is wrong, they are getting refunded also. How this is happening? Here, intra-logistic management is the part, which is nothing to do with the software. Like, I'm not completely telling that there is completely no role, but the major part will be taken care by the hardware manufactured tool. IT is just a facilitator. It's just a service connector. That's it. So understanding. So the robots work. I think in your college, we have the mechatronics and the robotics departments also. You can better understand this and you can see the opportunity here. If you have, until and unless you understand there is an intralogistics and there is a company called Amazon is using that and a company called Flipkart is using it and they are managing the warehouses. And it's not only for the Amazon Flipkart, there are bigger companies, bigger manufacturing industries. You talk about civil engineering, mechanical engineering, or electrical equipment. There are these kind of warehouses for their companies to store the goods. And when and where it is necessary, you need to pick the right one and you need to deliver it to the right people. That is a process. But how you are actually doing it, how you are actually simplifying it. Got it? So that you have to understand. So got it? Do you, so are you understanding what I'm telling? Are you understanding what I'm telling? Any doubts? If you have understood, please tell yes. Good. So here, if you have until and unless you understand what that exactly means, so you cannot make any of the new innovations that actually required by the market. So now you have understood the requirement, because they have to store, they have to pick, and the racks are much higher at the position, because in our home we don't find that we don't store the goods at that higher places, because every day we need to take this. But how we can manage? So now I'm going to show you a video of Amazon Fulfillment Center from the YouTube. You can find it on the YouTube also, so that you can actually visualize. So after that video, I will take you to understand how, as an engineering departments like electrical, mechanical, civil and all. And there is a misconception that innovation and entrepreneurship are the words of MBA. If you're having that in your mind, you may be the faculty or the student, I'm telling it. If you have the mind that entrepreneurship and innovation has to be spoken or has to be taken care by only MBA department, it's myth. It's a part and process of the kind of evaluation we can tell. So now I'm going to share that video with you. Just a minute. Yeah, can you see the screen? Full screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you also listen to the sound?
No, sir. No, sir.
No?
No, sir. No, sir. While sharing it, you click that option, sir. Play with computer sound, I think.
Just a minute.
We miss so much.
Is
During-
it fine now?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Right.
Coming, sir.
COVID-19 is not being able to take you through our fulfillment center
in person.
We're still here and working hard to get your parcels delivered safely.
And we felt we'd take the chance
To bring the tour to you, wherever you are. So welcome.
Welcome
So welcome to SCET-To.
à Louvain-Planck en France.
Welcome to the Amazon Fulfillment Center tour. We're really excited to be showing you around our building.
Hi everybody, my name's Paul and I'm going to be your first tour guide of the day. Today we're in Rugeley. This building is one of our Amazon Fulfillment Centres, or FC for short. This building is 750,000 square feet, or 10 football pitches if you want a comparison. All of our buildings are named after the nearest international airport. The nearest international airport to this building is Birmingham. So this building is called BHX1. And I think you'll agree, the view from where we are now is quite spectacular. This is Sarah, and Sarah's making one of our famous boxes to turn up at your doorstep. Thank you, Sarah. This box has been on quite a journey, but let's go and see where it all started. So let's go and see Adam at Receive.
This is where the whole process starts from. It's actually a combination of people, technology, and high-tech computer algorithms. Over half the items sold on the Amazon website by our small and medium-sized business are done this by using Fulfilled by Amazon. Now, this is where we will bring the items in, we'll pick the items, we'll pack the items, we'll ship them out, and we'll even take care of the customer services for them. And more businesses are taking this up each year. As the items make their way up the conveyor belt, one of our associates will take the items off and will scan the barcode that is on the items. Now, once we've done this, we will then place the item into a black tote. Once it's the items inside the tote, it goes back onto our conveyor belt, which lets us distribute the item throughout the FC, and it will make its way to our storing area. So we're going to go upstairs, and I'm going to pass you over to Tony.
Now that we've received our items, they're now ready to stow. The way it works is that we scan our item's barcode, we then check it for damages, we then pop it onto the shelf, and then we scan the barcode of that shelf location. Once it's on there, we know exactly where the item is at any time, and we can immediately go to that when we go into our next process. This method of stirring has been very successful. However, over recent years, we've developed something even more exciting. So let's head over to our robotics site with Marta.
A relationship is not based on the length of time you've spent together, but it is based on the foundation you've built together.
Hi folks, my name's Martha and I'm here in Dunstable at one of our cutting-edge Amazon robotics fulfillment centers. This building is what we call LTN4. Do you remember the naming system? Perfect. The Amazon robots are activated once the associate logs into their working station to perform his or her task. The robots are bringing yellow shelves to our working stations where our associates can fill up pods with more products, or we can pick up your orders. This is one of our shelving units. Our orange rectangular robots are going underneath these pods, and the lifting device is picking up a shelf just a bit from the floor so it can be moved to our working station. Let's see our store station so I can show you how we are filling up pods with the products. Our associates are asked to assign containers to themselves. The next step is to pick up an item from the container. Then we just have to scan this barcode and find the space in the shelving units for this product. Probably you're wondering if the system tells us where we should put this product. It's completely random. We call it random store method. So that means that the most popular items are spread across all the levels and not all in one place. After the process is completed, then we've got digital and physical match in our system, and all these items are available on our website for the customers.
At Amazon, we are continuously looking for ways to make improvements. And this robotic arm is one of our newer features. It's actually called a palletizer, and it helps us move heavy totes around quickly and safely.
Once you hit buy now button on Amazon website, this is beginning of our outbound operations processes. Once you order a product, the information about the item will go to our system, and then the robots will be informed about which item you've ordered and where it is located. Then the robots will pick up a pod and bring it to our working stations facing correct side. And then it's quite easy. All the informations are on the screen. Then we just have to pick up the item from the shelf and put it to the correct container. In one container, we can have products ordered by several different customers. If you would order, let's say 5 items, it's really rare.
Just a note, you don't just watch the video that I'm showing. You observe what's happening inside. After this video, I'm going to ask independently with the departments, like, what's your observation from the mechanical department? What's your observation from the electrical department? What's your observation from the civil department? So construction structures. So will be having an interaction, so that how we will understand how we can connect, how entrepreneurship or innovation we can take as a career opportunity. Now we have to identify the opportunities with this video for all the departments. This is a case that I'm going to explain you in detail, so that we will understand how much opportunity, being an engineer, core engineer, we can take the advantage across the globe. I can say it's not only with the your area or your state, it's across the globe. We can find an opportunity that we will explore now. Just go through the video very clear. Observe.
That one picker only will pick up all of your items. More likely, they will be picked up by several different pickers. All the items you could find in this building fit into our containers. We also sell bigger items, such as kayaks or TVs even, and we store them in our so-called non-sortable fulfillment centers. Once your products are picked up, they will travel in a tote down to our multi-pack area, where they will be packed by our associates.
And here we are in the flow room at LCY2. This is where operations to my right are watching the workflow to make sure everybody's delivery is leaving on time. To the left of me here are the engineers. These guys are watching the conveyor belts. We have 16 miles in this building and they're making sure it's all working smoothly.
How do you make your first 1 crore? See, there are multiple ways of making money. Gone are those days that you can just be in the
This is pack. This is where all of your items end up after they've been picked, and they will then come down the lines and they'll be sorted into single pack and multiple pack. Just behind me, I have Sebi packing on singles today, and he's putting 1 item inside each box. Everything that they need is here. So all of their boxes, their envelopes, and their tape is always on this station or easily accessible. And they do move around onto different processes as is required. So what he'll do is he will scan his item onto the system. It will tell him exactly what size box he requires. We then have the tape that is cut exactly to the size of that box, so we do not waste anything. Once he's finished packing, it will then go onto the line and then sent down to SLAM and then to shipping. Now that we've finished packing our box and popped it onto the conveyor belt, it's now going to come to what we call SLAM. SLAM stands for Scan, Label, Apply and Manifest, and this is where all of our parcels pass through before going down to shipping. This label is applied by a little bit of air pressure, and each of these parcels is going to be scanned with the little white barcode that we applied at the pack station. And each one of these barcodes is going to identify what's inside that box. Once that's been scanned, it will then go through into the system automatically, and it will tell the system which address label is required. Once these parcels have continued through this part, it will get separated into large and small boxes, and these will continue down to shipping. What's pretty cool about this machine is that it can do this whole process without stopping the parcel. So that label is applied straight away and it continues and generates within a matter of seconds the next label. This is our final stop. This is shipping. This is where all of our parcels end up. They're going to be sorted and then they'll be sent onto the trucks via pallets and ATS carts. As you can see behind me, we have some chutes. These are where our parcels are sorted and sent down the lines. So each one of these conveyor belts is a different distribution centre. And as workers behind me are going to scan those parcels and send them off onto the correct pallet or ATS cart. And then they will then be scanned into the truck that needs to go to that area. Our trucks, they come throughout the day. They are given a time slot when they can come into the back of the building. And then they have a certain amount of time for those parcels to get inside that truck. Once it's loaded, they will then close the truck and send it on its way. This is the last stop of our tour. Thank you so much for coming around with us today. We hope you keep safe and we hope to see you in person on one of our tours soon.
Thanks for taking our tour today.
It's been a pleasure
to show you around.
Yeah, welcome back after a 10-minute video. Now just it's a time for understanding what you have seen, what you have observed. So I would like to hear from electronics department student, what you have observed from the kind of things what you are learning in the classroom. What is your electronics application in this entire warehouse? Anyone? So this could be the question for all the department people. You can prepare also yourself, and the first question is to the electronics department. As an electronics student, what is your takeaway here? What's your application? Where your department is being used in a warehouse? In which segments?
Easy students, you can unmute and you can talk, or you can type in chat box also.
Just let me know just where, okay, these are the devices or these are the process where electronic items or electronic devices being used in these places? Sensors for shipping. Very good. Very good. Very good. Any other observation? Any other? Apart from sensors. Very good. Okay, you put your department and you send me your observation. Auto boats. Okay. You also let me know your department and then followed by your observation. And what's your takeaway as a CSE student, computer science? And what's your takeaway as a mechanical student? What's your takeaway as an electrical student? What's your observation? Nothing? Electronic sensor for shipping. Okay, it's sensor. Okay, apart from sensor, is there anything else you observe? So other departments, I'm also looking from other departments. Supply chain management. Good, very good. Any other? See, when you interact, when you discuss, you are going to see many interesting things. You're going to have your entire career in that. You might not have seen that kind of opportunities before. I'm going to decode everything for you now. Because entire essence of this particular course or this particular webinar is to make you understand the kind of career opportunities you have in terms of innovation or the entrepreneurship, how you can become your own entrepreneur with the innovations happening across. Decoder, okay, automation, chain management, okay. So you are giving an broad answers, what you have learned in your classroom. But I'm looking at what exactly you have observed, but the kind of niche. Shall I tell or you are going to tell? Robots are used to transport the component from one place to other. Okay, good. Okay, let me decode that things for you. It's from my perspective I'm seeing. Okay, decoder to use item need to buy. Okay. Okay, first of all, let me go with the electrical department because it's my core department and I there for 4 years in that department. So let me start with electrical. So first of all, the kind of electrical equipment, the kind of industries, like every machinery needs electrical equipment. Until and unless you use the kind of electricity, the kind of observation, like it might be a small power or the huge power, you need to supply the power. At the same time, your device should be so much of compatible to that. So the kind of cables what you are using, observe the kind of cables what you are using to operate that particular robot has to be taken care of by that. And the kind of material in using it to transport that particular power, can you optimize or can you even reduce the power for it? What is the requirement to it? So you have to observe the kind of requirements to the particular tools or devices related to electrical equipment, how to power that entire this house, like warehouse. That can be done through the solar power or any other renewable energy source. So how to power that? If you are setting up that kind of warehouse in any remote area, in any kind of small village, so how you can power that kind of thing, how to optimize, right? So you have to think about in that dimensions what kind of equipment is required from that. And coming to the electronics, so if you're an electronics engineer, you can see the kind of, it's not only the sensor you're talking about, your sensor is good, and apart from sensor there are barcodes and this is scanners also working there. And the small electronic sensing for the robots, they are working. right? So these are the core parts, like barcodes and all will be taken care, the small sensor, the sticker. Even the guns you are seeing, what is a gun? That gun, you as an electronics engineer, you can design a gun. You can manufacture the guns because you know what kind of activity that gun has to be performed. Okay, you can take that part as a career opportunity. So you observe what kind of work the sensor or the barcode sensor is actually doing and how that is actually storing the data. Can we optimize it? Can we more give the kind of understanding? Can we create new devices so that the work becomes simpler? Right, like putting a screen on the same machinery or the kind of scanner. Can you put a screen to it? Can we operate in touch? Can that can be connected to the IoT? Right, you have to think in such a manner. The work has to be simplified. The work should be simplified. So if you are thinking in an innovative manner, how this particular gun can be redesigned in such a way that simplifies the actual work of the people who are working in that. If you are addressing it, just understand how much volumes you require to cater the needs across the globe. Every now and then you are seeing that kind of scanners, right? In supermarkets, this kind of FBS, shopping malls, many everywhere across the globe. Some crores and crores, billions and billions of requirements of that particular guns are there if you are innovating. Right, so you need to understand it. Okay, and coming to the mechanical department, so what kind of observations you have done? Mechanical designs, what kind of observations you done? So robotics, you have done, like you have seen an ABB robo which is placing the boxes here and there. So you can design a code for it. The robotic handles, can we optimize the kind of activities what a robot is doing? Until and unless, I'm telling this very important to all the people understand, until and unless you understand the requirement, you cannot actually make a device for it. You are learning what you are learning in the classroom, how to, you have a robot in your classroom and you will get to know what kind of code you need to feed into the robot so that it will do that. Okay, you pick the red ball and you place the red ball there, or you pick the green box or you place the green box one by one. You write this kind of codes in the classroom or in your laboratory, but end of the day there should be an application for it. You remember it. Here you have seen they are picking the box, a cotton box, and placing in the kind of shipment provider where it is placing the box over a box. There is an application for it. Then only you are designing it. Understanding the kind of knowledge what you are learning in the classroom, that has to be applied in the industry. If your knowledge is not applicable in the industry, you remember you're of no use. No one is going to entertain you. There should be an application, right? So that's how actually the robotics, how it is picking, how it is placing, even packaging, palletizing, very good. So that very good observation. So even the kind of packaging you are doing, even the mechanical structures, what you are structuring there. We talk about the civil engineers there. So when the civil engineers, the more structured, balanced structures, when we are moving everything, they talk about the structural engineering. So a robot is just going below the rack and it is taking and it is carrying them. So there is an application. Because you are putting something into there and it has to move to in the fast space of some kilometers and kilometers it has to travel sometimes. Every individual cannot do that. So why can't you invent a new robot so that it will perform that particular act? The thought of inventing a robot for that particular activity is only because of the need. So you should be in a position to understand the requirements. Have you ever visited an industry in your locality? Please let me know. Have you ever visited an industry, an industry of manufacturing anything? It may be a plastic bottle or anything. Have you ever visited? Please let me know. If yes, yes, no, no. Anything is fine. Okay. But this is the time for you to understand this. As you are not visiting the MSMEs or industries nearby you, being an engineer, you are not actually identifying the kind of opportunities you are having there. Very good. So now, this lathe industry is there. So just beside Swarnandra, right? There you are using the machineries, the stitching and all this kind of machinery you find. Even if you visit that also, you will understand how an industry works, how your electronic device will help them to reduce their efforts, how your mechanical subject will help to reduce their effort, how you can simplify their operations. Even if you're seeing the kind of OSHA machines or any other machines, they are evolving. Who are actually designing it? It's you or one among your community, like mechanical department or the electrical department or the civil department. They are the innovators. And how many of you are aware of 3D printing technology? I think everyone. Everyone heard about 3D printing technology. Okay, what is the application of 3D printing? Please let me know. Where you are applying 3D printing? Only to the print the toys or anything else? .3D printing, where you are going to apply it? You are designing, you are giving a code inside your system and giving it to the 3D printer, and it is designing patterns for casting. Great. So it's prototyping. Very good. Prototyping of what? Medical applications. Very good. Prototyping of what? Construction, skeleton. Okay. Have you heard about additive manufacturing, aerospace industry, implants, engineering applications? Very good. Very good. Have you heard about additive manufacturing? Additive manufacturing. Machine components. Great. I think this kind of responses should come from the students. Addition of materials. Great. Metal printing. Great. Here, the point is additive manufacturing. I am going to tell you one important industry. We are using the cars, automobiles like bikes and all automobile sector, aerospace industry, pharmaceutical, medical devices. Every device or the component is having the multiple subcomponents. Starting from the nuts and bolts, there are multiple subcomponents in the market. As we are only focusing on manufacturing or innovating the end products, we are just losing an opportunity inside these kind of components. And this component, like manufacturing that component, do you know which under which industry it comes under? Manufacturing the industrial components. Do you know under which segment it comes under? Manufacturing of components, industrial components, automobile components. Which industry it comes under? It comes under capital goods industry. Capital goods, right? So in the capital goods industry, it's at a large, by and large, we manufacture the nuts, bolts, pipes, rods, fitters, crank wheels, everything comes under. Because these are the parts used to make an end product. Complicated shape components, yes, that comes under like CNC lathe and all these kind of industrial tools we use to manufacture that. So that comes under the capital goods industry by and large. Now, what is an additive manufacturing? Additive manufacturing, you are using the metal powders, metal wires to actually make out some shapes. Now, where this particular industry is being, what is the application of additive manufacturing? See, additive manufacturing is having a first level of prototyping advantage. With the conventional machineries what we are having, we could able to only create a normal parts or these things. But if you want to create a precision engineering or the precise object with the minimal things, but then by that case, additive manufacturing is the best choice, we can say. So through that, we can actually make a small or micro part of 1 or 2 pieces also you can manufacture. 100 or 200 you can manufacture, because there is something innovation going across the globe. Like if Tata or Mahindra is coming up with a new car or new design, new model of their engine or new shape or anything. So they don't have the parts because they have to test it, right? They have to they have the design in their lab systems or the computers. They need to have one piece outside so that they can test, run everything they have to perform, and they have to get it certified. Then they can manufacture multiple pieces and they can launch in the market. That is a process of industry. To manufacture that singular component can be manufacture the molds, everything of that. It's very costly. So using this additive manufacturing, we can manufacture how many parts we can have. Even the batch size of 50 or 100, we can manufacture using it. And 50 to 60 vehicles we can manufacture with this kind of technology at lower cost to test it. So that's how. So by keeping that in mind, the innovation is evolving. Now people are thinking and starting doing the manufacturing in the metals and additive manufacturing. People are so focused on the additive manufacturing now. If you are really interested to start your own enterprise, additive manufacturing industry is the best part to take a bet. Similarly, the sensors are the very good thing as an automobile sector is growing up. As automobile sector is growing up, the autonomous vehicles are growing up. If you are more focusing on the sensors or the kind of tools, devices that is fitting or supporting the electric vehicles or the automated cars, that can be the good one. And how many of you are aware of industrial IoT? Industrial IoT. So we all know IoT is Internet of Things. So what about this industrial IoT? We often discuss about IoT in terms of home automation. We try to automate entire home components where with the mobile phone or with the gestures, we operate entire home. They are connected to a device. But what is industrial IoT? What is industrial IoT? Anyone? 3D printing, okay. Identify the location of the device. It's an IoT, okay, but I'm talking about industrial IoT, especially industrial IoT. What is the importance of it? I think everyone are aware that recently 5G spectrum has rolled out. Yes, 5G spectrum has rolled out. Reliance have taken the 5G spectrum. Airtel has taken, and other telecom industries are taking. I think you are aware of it. 5G spectrum. Manufacturing level. But what kind of manufacturing? How industrial IoT will help? Now you have seen in Amazon FBA or the facilitation center, you have seen, right? Industrial automation is nothing but you have to connect all the industrial things to the internet. Like there are huge data has to be transferred within seconds and seconds of time, and there are subcomponents to be done. Multiple very high frequency need to be done, because the precision is very, very important. Because when you have increased your industrial capacity production from 1,000 to 1 lakh, just imagine you are increasing your production capacity from 1,000 pieces per day to 10 lakh pieces per day, it's a kind of 1,000 times of 10,000 times of shift if you're doing. Every now and then the pieces are going on. If there is a fault, if there is a small fault inside a system, that fault has to be recognized in that microseconds, and that data has to be transferred so fast than the regular internet what you're using now. So even this is a very small application. Coming to that, there are multiple devices are going to be evolved in the coming future regarding the industries. The devices, see, even if you are seeing the mobile, although you are not having the 5G signal in your area, you can start buying the 5G technology because they are the recipients. Similarly, based on the 5G, industrial 5G and the 5G spectrum, there are many more electronic devices are going to be evolved. The lenses are very important, the sensors are very important, and the speed, the receivers are very important, right? Like for control panel operating IoT is used. Great, sir. So that's how actually we need to understand where there is a technology, what is the importance on the application of that particular technology. If you have understood and if you are actually implementing, if you're going and visiting an industry, it's not just going and visiting an industry. You have to understand what exactly happening, where we can actually intervene and simplify their process. That's how the Russia, China, UK, Germany, these people are working because there is a requirement. We are only learning how to use the device what we have bought. They are designing that devices, we are buying them. Understanding the difference of thought process. Why that's happening? Because we are not actually understanding how a micro, small, or the medium or the heavy industries are working. If you have understood, as being an engineer, you no need to go to an IT job again, because plenty of opportunities are there with respect to electric vehicles. If you're an electrical engineer, I'm promising you there is a good days coming up for the electrical and mechanical and the civil students, because there is plenty of opportunities. You only thing is that even with respect to the financials also, you can earn much more than an IT employee. IT employees, if you are seeing the salary ranges, they can but they can start higher. Like starting, they can get 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and they can go up to 1.5 an average. And with the managers and seniority and with the technological strength, they can go up to 2 lakhs. But if you are a technical engineer, remember, to all my electrical and mechanical civil friends, I'm telling, electronics friends, I'm telling, who are making physical products, you are having a bright future. Just think, you go to the laboratory, you understand the components, you understand the different industries. What kind of industries are available? Cosmetics is an industry. How you actually do something, because cosmetics are, you need to have related to this skin. If you want to understand, if you want to diagnose how what kind of skin type it is, you can understand that industry and make a sensor or make a device that actually understand the kind of current situation of that particular skin, so that it has to diagnose the data, and that helps a dermatologist to diagnose. Understanding my point? That's how you devise the new devices. And once you have understood how to capture the data of skin, what kind of parameters we need to take, how to convert that digital into like analog data, how to do all these kind of things, what kind of support we need to require, how you have to go and sit with the dermatologist, and you have to understand their requirements, and you have to come back to your college and you start thinking something about it. And my dear friends, I'm telling, if you have created a device like that, we are here to, from being a part and fraternity of it, I can help you to get that intellectual property or the patent for it. And we also help you to commercialize the patent. Like you can start your own manufacturing industry of that particular devices, and you can start selling across the globe. That's how there is no limit. An IT employee can, the amount he's earning in his lifetime, you can earn in just 2 to 3 years. if you have that kind of thought process. But who will give that? Just tell me who will give that thought process? You have to understand. We are seeing many kitchen utensils, right? It's innovating. You are seeing the laptop, it's innovating, the kind of processors. Even if you are seeing the 3D construction materials, we are feeding the cement and just we are getting the buildings with the 3D printing technology. The technology is evolving. Someone has to think how he can better contribute to his own industry, how to simplify the lives of the people. That's how you come up with the great thoughts. As I'm having very little time, just I'm confining to with these case studies and examples, and with the case study of Amazon. Until unless you understand these kind of things, the kind of sensors, we have to work so fast. World is moving fast. Even the government of India, through the multiple schemes and sectors, it is supporting a lot. But if you are a part of that community, you can take the advantage of it. You can start doing something at a large scale, and even you can reduce the imports what our country is doing, and even you can export to the multiple countries. Registering in Dubai. If you want to start a company in Dubai, I can help you out, because we have the connect of some people who can register your company in the Dubai. Yes, we can. So by sitting here at your place, you can start your business even in Dubai. So what is stopping you to take up that entrepreneurship as a career opportunity? Just break the kind of thought process what you are having, what your family members have feed in, what's your regular thought process regarding, okay, you need to study this, you need to practice the Java, you need to practice this, and you have to, I'm not reducing the kind of things with the CSE, but everyone knows it. Every individual department is having its own role. If you have seen Amazon, starting from software, hardware, electrical, mechanical, everyone is working so that you're getting your ordered mobile on time to your table. There are multiple industries like that, my dear friends. You have to work on it. Then you're going to get it. So with this, I'm closing. And so if you're having any kind of that innovative thoughts and you want to take up as an enterprising activity, we always encourage you, definitely with the support of your department heads and Satyanarayan Garu, EEE department head. So Suresh Garu from EEE department. So I know them personally, and the new faculty have changed in recent times. So you can always, even so Robert sir is in charge of EDCL, and Francis sir is in charge of IISc. So you can contact them. You can do something innovative that really is innovative. You can get funded and manufacture, and you can make some money, and you can change the lives of the people. With this note, I'm closing. Thank you so much for this and for your time. And from the last 1 hour, it's not less than 170 people or 160 people are continuously watching. Thanks for that, being patient. If you have taken what you have understood from this particular session, have you really taken? Are you getting the confidence that yes, there is an opportunity in this? You can put into the chat what kind of things you have understood. Have you got something new? Have you understood how powerful your department is? What kind of contribution you can do to your department? Have you understood? You give your feedback, what kind of things you felt. With this, I'm closing. If you are having any queries, yes, we are open. Thank you.
So if you have any questions, you can type in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Suresh Garu, thank you so much. And I missed to speak about MCA and MBA. See, MBA people, I would like to special give. You are the masters in computers and you are masters in business administration. Here, I would like to special mention about you. There are, for you understand the kind of system for the MSMEs and all these things. They are unaware of the how to manage the small businesses. You might be working with the case studies of the larger businesses, but you go to the small business. And one alumni from mechanical department has running a paper plate manufacturing business in so nearby is not Pavan. You try to visit his industry, how he is actually manufacturing, how he's actually operating his business, how he's actually doing all these things. If
Sir,
you can support, you do support.
Sir, last week we conducted with him a direct session with him.
Great.
Like one program.
Because I have been in touch with him by the time he has thought of starting something also.
He is Varaprasad actually.
Yes, Varaprasad.
Yes.
Varaprasad Valawala.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Students, you can interact with Sarath sir. Any questions you can ask now. In the future, if you want to contact him, if you want any advice, any help, you can contact our IAC cell or EDC cell. We will help you to do that.
Very simple thing. You have to understand, innovate, and you have to commercialize. It's a simple process, but there is a documentation involved. We will support it. Any other things to discuss?
So I think no questions till now, sir.
Okay. So
good
once again, thank you so much for this opportunity. Very happy to interact with my own college, I can say, with the students. I wish you all the best for this.
Sir, on behalf of Swarnadhara College of Engineering and Technology, I take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to those who contributed to this workshop on entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity, organized by EIAC and IAC of our institute. At the outset, I thank our chief guest and resource person, Mr. Sarath. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presentation, sir. Really, it's a very good motivation session. And I hope students will take entrepreneurship and innovation as their career in the future. On behalf of EIAC and IAC, I would like to thank our college management for their motivation and support to conduct series of entrepreneurship programs for the benefit of students. Also, I would like to thank our principal sir for his continuous motivation and support, Dr. Suresh Kumar. And special thanks to our IAC president, Dr. Gopichand, and vice president, Dr. Francis Luther King, and other IAC members for their influencing support and coordination. With short period of time, they distributed this information to the students, and more students joined this program. So it's a successful program. And our heartfelt thanks to our faculties, students for active participation. With those warm words, we move to the end of the workshop. Thank you very much. Dear participants, the feedback link will be posted in the chat box. Please wait a minute. And please fill the feedback form. You will be get an e-certificate. Please don't share this link to other students, only for participated students. Please, you only fill. Okay. Sir, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. See you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I would like to extend my thanks to the Suresh Kumar sir, who is the principal of Swarnanda sir. Okay, so wish you all the best. I'm leaving. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. 1 second, sir. Robert, sir. Photo session.
Yes, sir. I have photo, sir. I have taken the screenshot, sir.
Okay. With video on, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Video all the students.
Right. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. Sark, sir. Thank you.
So feedback link posted in the chat. Please, all of you fill the feedback form. If you are facing any difficulty, please immediately give the message in the WhatsApp or here itself. Another 5 minutes, this meeting link will be open.